are we?
Yeah, you shut the hell up, you moron.
All right, Arm Brown. I get it. We're live. I think we're live. If the internet is a bit spotty today, I would just blame the president. That's what I would do. That's a good idea. Are you excited for $10 to $20 gas? Can't wait. Can't wait, man. Right in time for your road trip. $12.75 gas. And then the next election, they'll be saying, hey, man, we got gas under $10 a gallon again. It's going to be nuts.
Don't be rude.
Hey, you watch it. You watch it, buddy.
Random.
Pasha, how are you? Yep, that was my guess also. Yeah, I'm guessing $10 to $20 gasoline. You know, it's not going to hit right away, whatever reserves we're using. Whatever they've confiscated illegally from Venezuela. But at some point, I'd say, one season away. I would say just in time for summer, it's going to kick in. Oh, man. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Oh, wait a minute. Whoops. I got to restart that. How are you doing today? I'm telling you, just getting off of work, trying to peruse the news and understand everything that's going on in the world. My God. What's up, Edward? Good to see you. Good to see you. I could not find diesel for my vehicle yesterday. Dan, what's up, man? Good to see you again. Well, I'll tell you, before the snowstorm here in Massachusetts, what day was this? Before the big blizzard, I went to 3 different gas stations. None of them had gas. None of them. I was like, oh, look, it's so cheap that they sold out. Oh, what happens then? What happens then? I remember, listen, I lived in California. I had a truck when gas was like $8 to $10 a gallon. It was at least 8. I remember that. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Your sound went out. Is it back out? Is it back out or back on? Good. Thank you, Edward. I'm betting we see gas rationing again. Oh man, are you from the 70s? I know. I've heard of those times where in the 70s you had to, what was it? You could go and get gas on, you got a number. It was like different days you could go and get gas. 1962, baby. All right. And you know what? That's very important. We need our elders to teach us. Like, listen, you weren't around for this, son, but at one point, Americans were rationing gas. We had to fucking pull a ticket like you were at the deli counter and go on that day. So yeah, let's welcome that back. You know how MAGA was very, very adamant that gas prices were what they voted for, gas being low. I wonder what the pivot will be. I can't wait to see maggots, MAGATS, start to go, you know what, I love $10 a gallon gas. Nothing better than paying high prices for gas. I don't want to drive anywhere anyways. It's like, that's what I've been saying, man. Fuck, man, give us some high-speed rail, some electric cars, a hoverboard. Just get ready. Because if you don't know about the Middle East, I'm pretty sure that's where most of the oil is. I'm pretty sure. That's like why they do so many deals with the Middle East. There's some fascinating stuff going around on the internet. I love the commentary. I really respect Hassan Abi. If you get a chance, check out his videos and Valenti videos. I love this commentary. And then if you just in for some like putzing around and you just want to dip in on what the grifting universe is doing, RM Brown. I'm going to play some RM Brown for you in a minute because he always checks in on like the Tim Pools, the Ben Shapinis, the Ben Shapipis, he checks in on them for me, so I don't have to. He checks in on Joe Rogan. I love it. It's like RM Brown is my go-to guy for knowing what the grifter podcast universe is doing, and he's really good at it. But one thing that I've been harping on here, someone said, please remember the F word. What's the F word? You talking about fuck? It's offensive. Please tell me, Piolín. Please tell me that you're a Trump supporter. My favorite thing in the world is when maggots, MAGATS, come in here and they're like, those words are offensive to me. I'm like, I thought you were the fuck your feelings crowd. I thought you was the people that were like, we don't care. We don't want to be PC anymore. And then they come in and they're like, how offensive your language could. Good afternoon and a good day to you, sir. That language I will not tolerate. Here we go. I don't know who that is, but you could just watch quietly if you have nothing to add. If you're going to comment on looks and not the conversation, just shut the fuck up. You know, I'll keep it simple. If you're going to be racist, misogynist, sexist, transphobic, homophobic, a bootlicker, a slobbering maggot, if you're going to be any of those, just shut up. This ain't the place for you. Wait, I forgot. I had some music for you. I put this down in the description below. Big thank you to Us First Them. I did write them on YouTube, and they said, go ahead. They said, go ahead, brother, use our music. So I love showing you guys music. Usually we play some Bunk Bed Coffin. Today I felt like sun's out, guns out. It's one of them days where we should play this new metal, rap rock. These are the hashtags they got. I would say this is a new wave of rage. A rage against the machine for the moment. This is Us Versus Them. What's the song? God dang. I forget what the song title is. But it's only in their shorts. I linked their channel below, so check them out. Silencers is really good. Hold on. J-N-E-E-Z-Y. Genesi went from no microaggressions and we will burn the Constitution to the Constitution. Thrash grass is amazing. What is Julie Rice, you need to put in my comments what thrash grass you're listening to, because that sounds amazing. I don't know who could be mad at like what the youth are doing or what the year of our Lord 2026 is bringing in for art. But we have had some of the greatest art since, the PDF in charge is absolutely destroying us from the inside out. He's making America a fourth world isolationist country where you're going to pay $10 to $15 for gas in a few months, just in time for the summer. Are you ready to take a road trip and it's going to cost more than it would to fly? All right, here is Us Versus Them.
And they don't care who they hurt in the headlines. The fruits of our labor turning into their red wine. And they drunk off power. They begging us to go to war for them. They're cowards. Poverty will work 70 hours. We lost civil rights with the towers. Taking the night. They keep lying. They got AI. They keep on spying. They make billions. When people die here, they gon' fuck around and wake a sleeping giant. It's cash for artillery. They keep troops on the block from Caracas to the Philippines. Fighting back, but I'm back on the line. Early for the kid. No more class war. You're ready to get for. What the fuck you stand for? Fight back, it's us. There's no kids in American bread.
That is Us Versus Them. No War But Class War. I don't know what that song is called. My apologies, Us Versus Them. They don't list the song. This is all hashtags. I'm not going to find it. But these guys got to get some more videos up here. I'm dying for them to get some more of their music videos. They only have a few things. They only have 3 videos. Please, guys from Us Versus Them. Please. You can find them in all your streaming. Think Bluegrass Metallica. Oh, don't make me think Metallica. No, I will not play Nickelback. Yes, Rage Against the Machine vibes, 100%. And if you watch, I shared, if you've hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, I shared a interview they did with the People's Core, which was really fascinating, and that's what they talked about. They said, like, we need Rage Against the Machine right now. We need that style, that brashness, that in your face, I don't give a fuck music, that art form, can thrive in moments like this, unfortunately, in moments like this. And they discuss that. I think they have a new take on it, and it's amazing. My engineer neighbor is in England right now creating the tubes for new drone tips. What does that you speak? That's way above my pay grade, Dan. You're gonna have to break that down for me. Um, the problem, Rob, is that the in-your-face music is always 30 years ahead of its time. That is true. That's like being a leftist. I forget who I heard say this. Someone said being a leftist is being correct, being called crazy because you're correct way too early. You're just talking way ahead of the game, and it's tough, man. Because when you try to explain to people like, so this war in Iran, whatever you want to call it. I'm not into pronunciations. If I offended you, my apologies. I'm American. They don't educate us well. But this war in Iran it reminds me of a Game of Thrones episode, right? There's going to be a double crossing. There's going to be two backstabbings in this, and I'm just calling it now. You can call me crazy, or you can come back to this video in a year and say, "Look, this dude said it." I'm going on a Professor Zhang tip, all right? And if you haven't watched his videos, we'll listen to a little bit of it because he breaks it down precisely. And what I'm calling is, so, the U.S. is filled with AIPAC money. Netanyahu said, I've been dreaming of 40 years to do this. He's clearly, like, there's Epstein emails talking about how, hold on, let me get the Epstein email. Just so you know, this isn't like me, trying to synthesize some fucking generic excuse over this. This is like, you can read this for yourself. You got to go to jmail.world or whatever. You can read these emails yourself. I have, the government's already deleted them off the government website. They don't want you to know this stuff, but don't worry, people saved them. The internet's forever. Don't worry, the internet's forever. So you could read about, Ehud Barak and Epstein, best friends, Epstein trained as a spy, XYZ. So this is the breakdown, right? America's run by a compromised PDF file, Donald Trump. This is the real simple breakdown I'll give you. This is my prediction. Outside of the economy and the poly market bets on the war, which we're going to get into because I fucking hate that everything's poly market, closhy. You want to bet how many clouds will be on the sky? Go ahead. Put your fucking life savings into it. It's ridiculous. But with a compromised president, compromised with many countries, that's why he wouldn't stand up to Putin. He had him have a sleepover in his car or something, whatever they were doing. He shook his hand. He shucking and jiving for Putin. He like curtsied. I don't know, But also the other one is Israel. They got a lot of blackmail on this dude from Jeffy Epi. And America is... So not only in this email, we got the confirmation that, there's more than one blackmail tape. They were passing it around. But yesterday I was talking about how there were direct orders that this is a divine war, right? Which is scary as hell. Scary as all. All right, here we go. All part of God's divine plan. You don't want to hear that going to war. What that means is we're sacrificing you. In layman's speak, that means you're all going to die. Okay? President Trump has been anointed by Jesus. Listen, if I hear one more motherfucker say that Donald Trump was anointed by anything other than the criminal grift gods of backstabbery, this is just bananas and nut stuff. So I'm just recapping you on yesterday, right? We talked about this. To light the signal fire, sounds like a goddamn Michael Bay movie, in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark his return to earth, which that's not how you light a signal fire for Jesus, all right? Jesus said himself, no one will know the day or time, like a thief in the night. It just ain't happening. So now you understand the compromising position that America is positioning this as some holy war, right? The Great Crusade or whatever, Great Crusade part two, I don't know. You got to understand like the motivations behind here, that this isn't, although Donald Trump's big supporting base do think that when all's right in Israel, the good God will return, which, I mean, it's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. This is why I played that audio for you the other day of cult members and how the cult disintegrates when insiders start questioning things because nothing makes sense. But what the funniest part to me is that, Donald Trump. I forgot to get a picture of him. Donald Trump, good friends with MBS. You know that psychopath. So when they start talking about the Ayatollah being a bad dude, Donald Trump's good friends with MBS, good friends with Putin, saluting Kim Jong-un. You know what I mean? It's like, what are they picking and choosing? Who's good and who's bad? I'm pretty sure it's a trough of slop, all of these dudes, And by the way, hold on. And by the way, let me show you the tweet. Like, you can't even deny this. Like, I showed you this yesterday. The Iran military monitor saying we are carrying out Operation True Promise 4 nonstop to hold the pedophile American regime accountable. It's like, listen, here's the one thing that you can't even look. Things are messed up when an enemy calls your government a pedophile regime, and you can't even refute it. You're like, man, this is the only justice we have a chance at them seeing, So long story short, what this is a double crossing. This is like a Game of Thrones episode. Because Donald Trump is trying to be heroic for Israel, but not really. But at the same time, they're only protecting Israel. So all their buddies like MBS and all those wealthy Dubaians, whatever you call them, Dubians, all those Dubians that, invested in Elon Musk, AI, all the money that floods into America because, the Saudis have so much fucking oil money that they're like $1 billion. That's nothing. I lost that in my couch today. They're not being protected by America, just like American citizens aren't. And if you don't believe me, here's Jonathan Karl calling the State Department helpline saying there's no help for Americans trying to get out of the Middle East. And this is horrifying. I think they've updated the phone call, but this was at 1 this morning. 1 a.m., March 4th.
Right. So Secretary of State Marco Rubio urged news organizations to put the 24/7 State Department emergency line out so that Americans who are stuck in the middle.
By the way, he urged them after everything began. I want you to understand. He was like, we gotta set up like a hotline for people to call. No, we're not gonna pick them up or anything, and we'll get to that. But it's like, they so don't care for him. You know what I mean? This is really a two-tiered society, and if you're not seeing it by now, I don't know. What is going to be the breaking point for you to understand there's a two-tiered society? They don't care if you're stuck in the Middle East or if you're serving in the military. You're expendable to them. You are expendable. The only people that aren't are the ones who have the compromising material on Donald Trump, and it'll keep them very close.
Police can get help getting out of the region, register their names and not. But listen to what happens when you dial the number.
Please do not rely on the U.S. government for assisted departure or evacuation at this time. There are currently no United States evacuation points. Please continue to check the embassy's website for updated information.
So,
in the event of ongoing...
The bottom line is, if you're looking for help, you're stuck in the Middle East and you can't evacuate.
There are no evacuations. I still don't understand. Just common sense. I just want to use common sense. I still don't understand who's Donald Trump is the guy who's going to be in charge of this. The guy fucking bankrupted a casino. You know how hard you got to be a slob to bankrupt a casino? He almost bankrupted his dad, Fred Trump's real estate empire. You think he had evacuated? You think he cares anything about, are we distracting from the Epstein files enough? Or do you think they're going to demand more? Is the news talking about it? No? Okay, we're good. They don't care about Americans. They don't. I hope I'm not the one breaking this to you. So anyways, long story short, here, let's put up this cartoon from 1953, which not much has changed. This is what they did right before, and now they're serving the war pigs. So this is going to be a Game of Thrones episode. If you've watched Game of Thrones, there's a lot of backstabbing, double crossing, double crossing. Would that just be triple crossing? No, it's double. They're going to double cross both people. This is my call. So first, they're double crossing all of their allies in the Middle East, right? They're letting Iran just go house. That's what Iran's doing. They're going house on everyone that has Americans in their country. And I'm guessing the Middle East will only tolerate that so much until they're like, hey, hey, America, why are you only protecting Israel? And they'll find their true intentions that, like Americans are found out. You can't rely on Donald Trump. He says one thing and does the complete opposite. If not, he says something that's an accusation, and it's usually an admission. These are snakes in the grass. If you haven't learned that by now, fuck, man. This got to be a hard lesson to learn as an adult. But once they betray the people in the Middle East, if they get their way with Israel, I want you to understand what Armageddon details. It's double crossing everybody in Israel too. If you don't know, just look up what the end of days rapture includes. I'm not going to explain it all, but that's my prediction. First, they're going to double cross MBS and all their oil money funders, which will definitely, have an effect on the economy. But then if they get their way with Israel, I'm not saying the rapture is going to happen, but Israel, you should look into what the rapture is, because I'm pretty sure all these Christian Zionists are ready to double cross you. They don't care about you. They want that land for a specific reason, and it's not so you can have a home. So just pay attention. Just pay attention. What's up, Lady Wiser? Good to see you. Double tap, like, share, subscribe. It is free. Thank you. Hit subscribe. War Pigs. Aussie War Pigs. Ooh, we'll play some Bunkbed Coffin War Pigs. He does a great cover of it. Oh, Dustin, listen, man, I understand you probably got brain damage or something wrong with you, but you got to understand Donald Trump is a PDF file listed many times. He's compromised by many different foreign adversaries of ours. And on top of that, he's just been a lying racist for decades. So we'll rail against the evil empire as Americans, who aren't guaranteed dental care, health care, who have to work 3 jobs to afford egg. I want you to understand something. We hate this fucking system. When the rich people are like, "Ooh, you want to protect America?" Like I said yesterday, I'm like, who's really invested in a country where you're like, I have to work so I can access healthcare that I can't afford? This country sucks. The system is rigged. It's a 2-tier system. You only get justice. No, you don't even get justice. Justice doesn't exist in this country. The Constitution has been fucking used as toilet paper by Donald Trump. So if you think that, we're just waiting until Trump gets out, you've been propagandized by the red and blue media to teach you that this is team sports. And you're rooting for the wrong team, buddy. This is a class war. It's well organized against you. And if you want to defend a system, maybe you have passive income and generational wealth, so you think it won't affect you. Oh, just wait. Like I was just saying, just fucking wait. You think this war isn't going to affect you? What do you walk everywhere? You don't drive a car? You weren't bragging about gas a few months ago? Well, don't worry. Your $10 a gallon gas is fucking coming. Don't worry. Prices are going to jump sky high. Has China entered the chat? Because when China, you got to understand, if China supports Iran, and this does turn into I don't want to say a world war, but a world war, you think America's never invested in Americans. Never. Not once. Not fucking once. And anytime America wants to invest in Americans, they're like, really? Shouldn't our taxes go to war? Like we don't have infrastructure, we don't have factories, we don't have healthcare. We're barely fucking hanging on. So you can stay invested into this and work fucking 3 different shifts at 2 jobs so you can afford egg and come in here and be like, everything's fine, man. But the rest of us are fucking living paycheck to paycheck. 60% of Americans, and probably more, those numbers are old, okay? So we're not invested in this. In fact, I say rise from the fucking ashes. This fucking system sucks. It's got to go. Who's defending like, hey, those children and old people should just not have health care? Who's fucking defending that? Who? Dustin, are you? What's up, Odin? Enjoy your new Demon Lords and radiation charged smart meter showers. Hey, what's up, Shy Pixie? Good to see you. Good to see you. Where's Dustin? Did he leave? Oh, these idiots. These idiots. Come on, Dustin. I want you to tell me where you work and how much you love working to make sure you have access to healthcare. Not even to use your healthcare. You understand how the system's set up. You only work or have a job so you can have the access to it. You're still paying for it out of every paycheck, and then you got a deductible and copays. You're telling me that this is fucking what you want to defend? I say fuck this whole thing. Fuck it all. Fuck it all. Burn it down, bitches. Hi from Australia. What's up, Australia? You live pretty comfortably a month on $750 a month? Bro, what do you live with your fucking parents? I've had these arguments with people who are like, you just live at home until you can buy a house. And I'm like, what about people without parents, man? You know there are orphans. You know there are people who do not have generational wealth. Like, if you're telling me that $750 a month, what fucking state do you live in? Oklahoma, poorest educated fucking state in the land. You got to be kidding me, dude. Like, this is the stuff where I'm like, okay, let's take the myopic view. In my house, right. It's your own house. I'm sure you bought it from your mom for $1. Get the fuck out of here, dude. We just talked about yesterday. The first time home buyer is over the age of 40. Fox News said it was the age of 50. By the way, for all you defending low prices, here's your president. Here's your president, not my president. I won't fucking ever respect no PDF file. Here's your president saying, get ready. Shit's about to cost a little more because I had to do a whoopsie daisy in the Middle East.
I'll tell you what, I have never had more compliments on something I did. People felt it's something that had to be done. So if we have a little high oil prices for a little while, but as soon as this ends, those prices are going to drop, I believe, lower than even before. I'll tell you what, I have never had more.
Oh my God. Get ready for those oil prices to start jumping up. That $750 you were bragging about a month, letting you afford stuff. I hope you walk to work, buddy. I hope you have a bike. I hope you have an electric vehicle. See, this is what I mean. The MAGA shift, they're so fluid. They have no spine. They're like a worm. They're just like, all right, high oil price, we're down with that. We actually love EVs. Oh, wait, Elon Musk isn't making them anymore? Oh, no. They're no longer woke, man. MAGA thinks that getting anything in return for taxes they pay for is socialism. Yeah, I know. What's up, Charlie Kelly? Good to see you. Always good to see Charlie Kelly and Stephelson. But the funniest part is like, what then do they think war is socialism? You know, because you're getting something in return for your taxes. It's not anything to help you. It's not to make anything affordable. It's not to make your roads without potholes. It's not to make your life healthier. It's not to make your lifespan go longer. It's not to put infrastructure or any kind of like nothing, like no infrastructure. You're not getting new buses, light trains, fucking, subways. You're getting nothing, and you'll be thankful for it. But they are getting war in return. This old twat is using your tax money over $1 billion a day. And I haven't heard any MAGA say, like, how we're going to pay for it. Remember when Republicans used to say, how are we going to pay for it? How are we going to pay for it? Don't worry, they'll just tax you. Don't worry, they'll just use your taxes. You want healthcare? That's silly. They have wars to fight with your kids. By the way, I wanted to play this for you because I thought this dude was interesting. This dude on TikTok.
Iran is trying to deplete the missile interceptor systems of Israel and the United States, and it's working. Iran has thousands and thousands of missiles, and they're sending all of their cheapest, worst missiles first. Their idea is that eventually the Iron Dome will run out of interceptors, and the U.S. aircraft carriers will run out of interceptors. And it's true, interceptor missiles are extremely expensive. The ones that Iran's launching are extremely cheap. So it's basically us spending $1 million to shoot down something Iran paid like 10 grand for. That's not a sustainable development if you just think about it for a half a second. And Iran is waiting for the missile interceptors to be depleted enough that then they can start launching their better missiles, the ones that they've actually developed in the last 20 years, instead of the ones that they developed in the 70s and 80s. That's what we're dealing with right now. And eventually, Israel and the United States will run out of these interceptor missiles. And if Iran is smart and plays this like any intelligent actor would, once that happens, they're going to launch everything they have at our aircraft carriers, and it isn't real. And just remember, this is all Donald Trump's fault.
I like that guy. It is. That's true. Use my wiles in proximity to whiteness to get land. My ex moved us to the middle of nowhere. Now 14 years later, we're getting more people out here. What is that? Was that in regards to the guy who's like, I live on $750 a month? My favorite thing about those people, and truly, is they're ignoring the state of society. You understand what they're doing when they're like, I live in a home, my own house, and for $750 a month, I live like a king. And it's like, number one, no, you don't. Number one, no, you don't. You're just some fucking dude online. Make a video about it, you know? Show us your bills. I've had many of these conversations where people are like, I live on $1. Stop buying avocado toast, you heathen. And you're like, listen, no. But here's the truth of the matter. You can't avoid what America's become. It's become a rental market, a subscription market, a work 3 jobs market. You just are lazy if you want to have one job and expect to buy a home. And it's like, no, man, that's what the fucking American dream was. So these people that come in here and like, oh, well, I am my own house in the middle of fucking South Dakota, and we bought 1 million acres of land 23 years ago from my daddy for $1, and now I live on $750 a month and I do nothing. It's like, listen, man, that's fucking great. I need to teach you something. You need to go and read anything about the American experience right now and understand if that's your fucking truth. If that's really the truth, that you're living on $750 a month. You would spend that in fucking 2 trips to the grocery store by me. All right? But here's the thing. If you're an incel who bought your land from your parents and you're living on $750 a month, what you're doing there is you're ignoring the collective of suffering Americans. So if you're going to do that, I just need you to say also that you hate Americans, that you can't stand this country, that you despise your neighbors, because the truth and the reality of it is when you say, I'm doing fine, fuck you, you don't get to then say, I love this country, America's the greatest, it says so in the Bible. You don't get to do all that too. You have to say, I'm a selfish prick, I wear my Don't Tread on Me shirt, and the me is literal. It means just me. Because here, and especially on this channel, we're a community. So if one of us is injured, one of us is suffering, that's an injury to all. It's kind of like the Constitution. If somebody took your fucking freedom of speech, like these corporations have taken your freedom of press, there's no free press anymore. It's owned by fucking 4 billionaires. And on top of that, it's not even free. They'll keep asking you for $1 to fucking read the news. And I'm like, aren't you guys billionaires? Goddamn, pay your people enough so I don't have to chip in $1 so they can afford egg. But the truth of the matter is that you don't fucking care. You don't. It's all about you. And here it's not about me. It's about us. It's about America becoming a shittier country day by fucking minute by minute. Our tax money not being invested in our communities. Our communities being bought out by BlackRock and real estate investment firms and turning them into rental communities and then using AI, which has no fucking point or purpose, to jack the rent up on people who are just working multiple jobs so they can afford rent. And you hear that shit and your reply is, not me. Do you understand? Am I getting through to you? This is super important. Love this. Hi. Rob, hi. Hi, what's up, Miss Jane? Thank you. Sorry. I'm trying to discuss with Marcus. What does your parents not planning for generational wealth, the problem of people who did? I'll just give you an instance. There's orphanages in America. I don't know if you knew that. There's foster kids. There's people like me who my parents died when I was young. So this is what I'm talking about, Marcus. Marcus, you admitted it. Thank you. Your parents gave you your generational wealth. You're very privileged. So instead of coming into the chat, Marcus, and going, I'm doing fine, I own everything. Well, guess what? Once people around you start going hungrier and hungrier and the factories close and the fucking sub shop closes and the pizza shop closes and everybody's out of work, you think your fucking life still has value? Really? When there's nowhere to go, nothing to do, and everybody's hungry? You can't fucking think a few years down the line and go, well, if everybody doesn't have health care and everybody's going to get real sick soon and nobody can afford egg, that might spell tragedy for my town. Just go look at fucking Arkansas right now in real time. I play the clips of these loser farmers who voted for Trump and then beg him for his love. He doesn't give a shit. He's occupied with the Epstein files, man. He's starting wars, trying to fucking be president of Venezuela, invade Greenland. You know what I mean? So my whole point to you, Mark, is when you come in here and go, I'm okay, you sound like a fucking third grader. You understand that? You sound like a third grader who's like, well, your parents didn't plan for generational wealth. That's not my fault. You're right. It's not your fault that my parents fucking died early. It's not your fault that fucking there's orphanages and foster kids who age out and then fucking, what happens to them? Like, this is what I mean. Have you ever watched Batman? Do you understand that Batman was a fucking orphan? I mean, he's a rich one, so you're like, see, his parents planned for him. Oh, you must have seen Batman. You probably got that from Batman, right? But the thing is, Marcus, it's not about you. You get that? When you read the news and you go, wow, 180 little girls died in Iran. Not me. You're a fucking plague on America. That mindset, that fucking didn't happen to me mindset is disgusting. I fucking hate it. I hate it more than anything in the world. Because you know what happens when it does happen to you? You fucking come crying to me. You come crying to us. And we welcome you with open arms and we go, yeah, we told you, buddy. We told you. When those corporations come in and they offer you a pretty dollar for your fucking home that you're living off $750 a month and you take it because you think it's good money and then you turn around, you can't realize you can't buy anything else because they've raised the prices on all of it. You're going to go, well, I got fucked. Well, now where's the movement that I can join? But that myopic view, bro, ditch it. It's poison. Nobody likes it. Nobody in your life likes it. I'm telling you now because I've dealt with people like this. Didn't happen to me crowd. It's just you were very vocal, so I have to address it. And I have to teach other people when you hear that shit, that's what it is. They're telling you as long as I'm fine, I don't give a fuck. That's what Marcus is saying. He's saying as long as it don't touch my life in any way besides me reading a headline or maybe seeing something in the news, I don't care. And you know what that is? That's the most anti-American mindset you can have. Because anybody who wants to fucking claim they love America, that they love America. See, this is what I mean, Marcus. I got shot in the spine and paralyzed. I didn't ask anyone for help. Really? So you're still laying there with the injury? No doctor helped you? I'm done talking to Marcus. Marcus, you could keep chatting, but dude, this is what I mean. So you're telling me you were shot in the spine, paralyzed, you built your own wheelchair, you fucking healed yourself, you made the medication yourself, you figured everything else on yourself. This is what I mean. It's like, I got to teach these fucking idiots. There's a community around you that will support you. Stop acting like fucking some GI American hero, dude. Seriously. You have to understand what the fuck I'm saying. Like, you didn't do it all yourself. You didn't pave the fucking roads you didn't drive. I'll tell you this, you didn't drive to the hospital yourself. You're saying so yourself. This is what I mean, bro. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up, dude. Get out of your disgusting mindset. Really. It's so fucking disgusting. And especially somebody, if that truly fucking happened to you, you'd think you'd have some kind of empathy for others. Maybe it just turned you cold and you fucking hate the world. And that's why you want to be like, I'm fine. Oh, is everybody on their third job today trying to fucking afford egg? Like, seriously, bro, seriously. Because you know what? The reason I do this live stream is because I've suffered so fucking much in life. So much. So much. My brother's been homeless. I haven't seen him in a decade. Don't know if he's alive. I've suffered so fucking much that I'm like, if I can end this shit because we have $1 billion a day to bomb other countries, I'm going to speak out. And then I got to tolerate People like you who are like, I'm fine. Why don't you just shut up? And it's like, because you don't live in reality, man. America's not fine. They voted for Donald Trump to lower egg prices. You know how pathetic that sounds? The conversation wasn't even like healthcare. Donald Trump literally goes, I got concepts of a plan. Turns out those concepts were to take the healthcare from the most vulnerable in society. Marcus, just ask me this, man. Or just answer me this. Do you care about fucking women, children, and old people? Do you as a man? Do you? I'm not reading any of your, I'm designing a fucking wheelchair. Get the fuck out of here, because that's not what I asked you. I asked you, when you got shot in the spine and paralyzed, did you crawl to the fucking hospital yourself and then do your own fucking surgery? You didn't. This is what I mean. There's a community around you that will fucking help you when you need it. And for somebody who's in your position to turn around and be like, no, fuck all them. It's just bewildering. You know, like I just can't understand it. Most people, when they get out of the hospital, you're like, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to the fucking amazing people here. And your thing is like, no. It's a weird take, dude. It's one of the first I've heard like this hardcore. And I don't know, what are you trying to prove? What are you trying to prove? You know? I've had a pretty unfortunate life, but it made me a better person. Thank you, Karen. Well, that's what I'm saying. Anybody who's truly suffered, I feel, usually has this turn. That's why you see Donald Trump. He's never suffered a day in his life. He used to brag about having gold toilets. You know, his dad pampered him from the world. His dad made him live in a bubble where the world could never affect him. His money protected him. So you see that now. You see that every time he talks to the news. He's like, that's not very nice. Get them out of here. Bring Tim Pool in, which I got to play this Tim Pool clip for you. But again, I'm just done because, man, people are going to be like, oh, you're bullying this guy. But it's not, man. And especially for someone who's in a wheelchair, Thorn, wheelchairs often cost up to $10K in the US. Well, here's the other thing, man. I can't fucking tolerate people like that, especially after the Free Luigi. After Luigi, after remember the 4th of December. That's what we call it here. Remember the 4th of December. After that happened, people were coming out with their stories, their horror stories. For a blip on the radar, the news, the lamestream media actually covered how bad healthcare was because they felt the climate. They felt people speaking up and being like, whoa, we actually have to kind of talk about this because this is really bad for people. And there was a mother who shared that her son needed a wheelchair. United Healthcare denied them. And she had to go to court and fight for years to get that wheelchair, the new wheelchair that the doctor prescribed for her child. And by the time that she won in the court case, it was like there was no point. This was years of fighting to get a wheelchair where they're paying into this United Healthcare for so long that they should just be able to get that fucking thing. But this mother's determination fought them and finally won. But this is what I'm talking about. It's like you can just ignore that shit and be like, I'm cool. I'm good. You really got to fucking reevaluate your life, man. Like, seriously. Fucking seriously. You know, if there's one person today I hope I reach, I hope this haunts you and it fucking echoes in the back of your head all day long. That there are children out there who can't get a wheelchair because a healthcare system that operates strictly for profit. They need to meet Wall Street expectations, shareholders, fucking dividends. And this is not a lie. When Brian, whatever his name is, Thompson got murked in the street, they continued the shareholder meeting without him. And you can hear that shit and look it up. You can go read this on your own and be like, I'm good. Let me just say this before I finish my tirade on selfish, fucking myopic people. This place ain't for you, man. This live stream just might not be for you. Because what I'm here for is a 3-day work week, $66 minimum wage, $66 an hour minimum wage, fucking guaranteed vacation, guaranteed parental leave, guaranteed sick time, guaranteed healthcare, guaranteed. Paid for by billionaires' taxes. So don't even say, not my taxes. Okay, we get it. You're selfish. You want those taxes strictly to go to war because that's what they're doing. That's what your taxes are doing. They're just going to war. But let me tell you, we're going to restructure this whole fucking system. This system is garbage. This institution has failed. There's no reforming. There's no building back better. What we see within this structure is that the elites are a pedophilic cabal of traffickers who have no remorse, will lie to your face on TV, and you won't even hold them accountable because they're on TV and wearing a suit. They wouldn't lie to me. Here's Tim Pool. Here's another grifter who Tim Pool admitted he was paid by Russia, and then he claimed he was the victim of it. I've never met a victim who was duped into accepting hundreds of thousands of dollars to spout Russian propaganda, but you know, there's always a first, especially here in America. Oh, and then after this, we should talk about the betting apps. Betting on war. That's what America is now. It's a financial sector where you can just bet on war. You can't see that tax money, but you could bet on it.
But what we are with, I myself, folks.
By the way, this is from R.M. Brown. He's fucking hilarious. Hold on, Dan. Get off the wheelchair. Shit. My brother, 47 years in a wheelchair, doesn't whine. Oh, I haven't read any more of Marcus's stuff. Yeah, he's probably gone. But I go into that stuff just so people understand, because you're going to meet these people in America. This is so American. This is the most American thing. If it doesn't affect me, who gives a fuck? And then they turn around and wear an American flag and celebrate the 4th of July, you know, and then hate their neighbor. And then fucking, you know, not care that, you know, old people in their neighborhood are eating cat food and fucking can't afford their bills, or their heat shut off in the winter. You know, check on your neighbors. I'm not kidding. I check on mine. You know, any elder neighbors I've shoveled for, you like, just do that, man. Why? It's not because of fucking anything, because it's the goddamn right thing to do, man. That's why these people, I just get such a fucking kick out of it. Because I'm like, are you the dude who like claims to love America and then doesn't hold a door open for a child? You're like, slam it in their face, America. You know, it's like, you're a fucking loser. Nobody likes you. Nobody in the society likes you. You're a pathetic piece of shit. And when your day comes that, you know, you can't say everything's fine, not only will we say, we told you so, but we'll say, welcome to the cause, man. Welcome to the vanguard, brother. Because we're going to be here, you know. We're not going anywhere. You're not killing this movement. Like Fred Hampton said, you can kill a revolutionary. You can't kill a revolution. And they're trying. They're trying. So that's why I say it, because... Thorne, did you know the war is going on for 47 years? Newest MAGA narrative. Thorne, I don't know if you were here yesterday. I said that too. I was like, it's so funny when they're like going back to the 70s. They're like, since the 70s, the Ayatollah, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, why didn't you say that fucking 3 years ago? You know, why weren't you harping on Iran 3 years? Like, give me a fucking break, man. But again, I don't trust liars, and all of this regime has just been proven to be liars. I just cite Pam Blondie, not How is the Dow, don't get me started, but I cite Pam Blondie when she said, I have millions of videos and photos of the Epstein files on my desk, and then the next week she had a press conference, and she was like, the Epstein files don't exist. It's not even a thing. And Donald Trump was like, it's all a hoax. And she was like, I mean, it's a hoax. It's a thing, but a hoax thing. You know, like, these are fucking liars, and they're not even good at it. It's just there's too many people to just consume it and go, okay, I don't know what to believe. And I'm like, really? You're going to trust the government that just a few short years ago you despised because one guy who's known for lying is the government now? Okay. Remind me not to be friends with you, but okay. Okay. Shy Pixie. We don't need to defeat Islam. We need to defeat the fascist tech billionaires. They're all fascist tech billionaires. They're all of them. This is not a religious, this is a class war on all sides. This is what I need people to understand. Like, when you bring the religion, when you bring the three titans of religion into this, it has really nothing to do with this. This is essentially, to me, this is just a class war. You think any of these fucking elites are going to war for their fucking religion? No, none of them are. I'm pretty sure Netanyahu's in Germany. We've seen photos of his kids in South Beach, or his kid and his wife. Donald Trump will, oh, here. Hold on, I forgot about this. I forgot about this. I fucking forgot about this. Funny as shit. Baron Trump barred from army conscription with unusual medical exemption amid Iran war. Is this unusual conscription being a pussy? Maybe it's that. Maybe it's in his genetics. He's just a pussy. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, so I mean, none of these people are. Oh, we got a bunch of audio to get to. Holy cripes. I was gonna play this Tim Pool, RM Brown. Hold on. No, this is later. Sorry. Before I voted for no new wars. Now I voted for this one though. Oh, Green Thorn. Here we go. Here's Tim Pool in the RM Brown universe. That just means I'm watching RM Brown because I refuse to try to find out where Tim Pool cast this absolute disgusting magical spell over his imbecile audience. Oh,
have clickbaited many times with it to try to get people to go like this.
Because if the U.S. is successful in its operation in Iran, U.S. global dominance is reaffirmed. And this means a lot. It certainly does. The one thing I'll say is American standard of living gonna go straight up.
Tim Pool says the American standard of living, if we win this war, is going to go up. Can anybody break that down for me? Like how? How is your life going to get better? Are you going to be able to afford a home now? Is it a home in Iran? I don't... This is what I mean. It's such mindless nonsense that really it's just the rah-rah shish boom bah of fucking... He's a cheerleader. It's unreal how anybody could equate, billions of our tax dollars, billions a day, a billion a day, maybe more, is going to this war. But somehow our lives are going to get better. I really can't figure out this. It's just the stupidest shit ever. So I just need you to know what the other side of the class war is feeding their Muppets. Because I'm guessing that's who Tim Pool talks to. He must talk to like the Asmongold style of like all hail Donald Trump no matter what he does. There's no wrong he could do. It's a cult. It's a fucking cult. That's all it is. Which, by the way, did you see this? It's getting snuck in during the war. Here's Donnie.
Very Hegseth. Sir, a memo circulating on social media details the establishment of a National Guard response force that's going to be trained in crowd control and civil unrest and deployed in all 50 states by April of 2026. Can you verify the authenticity of that memo, and do you have any more information on the operations?
I'm not going to answer particulars on something that may be in the planning process, but we definitely do have multiple layers of National Guard response forces, whether it's in each state, whether it's regionally, whether it's Title 10 active duty, whether it's Washington, D.C. We've got a lot of different ways that constitutionally and legally we can employ Title 10 and Title 32 forces, and we will do so when necessary.
Secretary.
That doesn't sound good. That's what the guy said. They're gonna send forces on the fucking ground to dispel any dissent. Operation Epic Fail. I'm pretty sure it's Epstein Fury. Operation Epstein Fury. You mean that a legal war against Iran is gonna raise wages and lower prices in some magical Magellan economy? What kind of fuck? He's using Kentucky math, man. I'm pretty sure he's in Kentucky. Alex Perlman short where he rants about Hegseth in the beginning of the war. No. I haven't. Hold on. Alex Perlman short. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, do you mean Pearlmania? Is that who you're talking about? It's got to be on Pearlmania. Pearlmania. Where's his shorts?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
We didn't start this war.
But under President Trump, we are finishing it.
You literally started the war. Pete, there is no we didn't start the war. You literally started the war. Pete, you changed your title to Secretary of War.
Which, by the way, is so funny. He's still the secretary. He didn't do like, Commando of War, Rambo of War, Alpha Male of War. He kept it secretary. Isn't that the funniest thing ever? That these anti-woke crusaders, these alpha toxic macho men still keep the title of secretary. They're still a secretary. They didn't remove secretary, but they changed defense to war.
Because you love war so much. You started the war. Pete, everybody went to bed Friday night. Everybody went to bed Friday night. No war. We woke up Saturday morning to war. Everyone woke up to a war because you started it at 11 p.m. The president called you, and he knew you'd be awake because you were probably doing Jaeger bombs because you love bombs.
The SS secretary. He's the SS secretary. Yes, that is so good, Shy Pixie. MAGA is a cult. The first thing Trump did was teach them they can call any inconvenient truth fake news. Yup. He's their only source of information. They're not capable of independent thought. Yeah, that's why I say Donald Trump's the big mama bird, and he chews up the food and regurgitates it to them. There's no doubt that this whole operation has to do with Epstein. Epstein Fury. I forget who was calling it that. Valenti, Hassan. No, Hassan was calling it Operation Epic Chungus. It sounds like a Fortnite title. These dudes are embarrassing. Did you guys hear Melania? This is, again, I just can't understand how people hear this stuff and their brain doesn't do thinking, They're literally the people George Carlin described when he was like, they want people stupid enough, but not too stupid to not be able to run the machinery. Like, they just want you to go to work, come home, and just let the rich PDF files take care of it. And that's what these people are doing. They're like, hey, just trust them, We put them in charge for a reason. Where'd my kids go? But how could you just hear this lady say this and be like, what?
He would like to have a country that all of the people...
Did she say a country? A country? What did you say?
He would like to have a country that all of the people can walk down the street and not to be harassed or murdered.
Interesting. Anybody following what happened in Minnesota? Anybody? Anybody follow what happened in Minnesota? Does anybody know what happened? Maybe the First Lady does not know what happened in Minneapolis. Let's hear that again.
He would like to have a country that all of the people can walk down the street and not to be harassed or murdered or women raped. I think it's very important. And what happened...
Do you? So do you want justice for the Epstein survivors? Melanoma? Is that what you want? Be best. Be best, bitch.
And a few years ago, so many criminals came over the border, and he closed the border now a while back already.
You got in, though. You got in. Let's be honest. You got across that border before he closed it.
And we need to take care of our citizens.
Really? Which ones? Please ask your husband? You know, the guy that cheated on you with Stormy Daniels. Could you ask him for us? Which citizens? God, she's the only one aging in this office. You know Donald Trump ain't aging. Well, his brain is. His brain is aging quickly. What's up, Duffy? Good to see you, man. I don't think Melania knows what Trump did to E.G. and Carol. Oh, she knows. Oh, she knows. The first call girl of the United States. Bingo, Bingo, Charlie. The first. We officially have the first call girl of the U.S. Where is my fucking bingo? Where is my Bing?
Bingo!
Make Troll Slayer 007 a mod. Where is Troll Slayer? Oh. Whoops. Hold on. Whoops. There we go. I trust Edward. Edward gives me good recommendations. Mad about Browse. What's up? Good to see you. A bingo! Do you care? I don't. Oh my God. See, Charlie's bringing back the hits. Thank you, Charlie. Does nobody remember Melania's jacket? Where she wore a jacket that says, "Do you care? I don't." And all of a sudden she's telling us that she wants people to walk down the country streets. I say speak English, number one to her. She's the only person. There's only a few people you're allowed to say go back to Africa or speak English to. One is Melania. You say speak English. And then when you want to say go back to Africa, which nobody should, but you only say it to Errol Musk, May Musk, Elon Musk, or Kimball Musk. That's it. That's it. That is the line. That is it. And it's just amazing because MAGA's always been chopping at the bit to say shit like that. And I don't hear them popping off when it comes to Melania or the Musk family. And really, those are the people who should be focusing that energy towards.
He would like to have a country that all of the people can.
You know what would have been great, Charlie? If she did this interview, stood up, turned around, and walked off camera and said, "Do you care? I don't." She was like, "I'm going back to Mar-a-Lago, bitches." Hold on. Because I wanted to start the show with this. This is did I take a picture of it? I think I did. Here it is. This is one of the other terrifying things about our country right now. Donald Trump just legalized all forms of gambling, I guess. Like all the crypto bros are legally entitled to your money now if you put it on these websites. And you can literally bet on anything. It was terrifying to me when I was talking to this person. They were like, "Are you betting on I forget what they said, the Golden Globes?" They said something. And I was like, "Are you fucking high? Betting on an award show?" I was like, "Bro, you understand that's all decided. What are you betting on?" And it was just so beyond me that this younger generation is growing up being normalized to just betting on everything. Hey, is there a war? Put your odds down now. Put the odds less than 30% by Friday. Come on, bet on it. And this guy breaks down, because I just ain't got the time, man. I'm working class. We got to work to afford egg. You know how it goes. We got to work to make sure we don't lose healthcare that we can't even afford to use. And we're tired, and we're trying to do live streams to reach out to other people. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Join me every day. I speak for the working class. I'll always speak for you. Even though it's self-loathing, traitorous working class, I'm fighting for you to have free healthcare paid for by Elon Musk. Once we exile that rodent and seize all of his assets. Seize Elon Musk's assets. Not only that, but let's seize golf courses. I say that is our first move in the revolution. We take over the golf course. They'll never expect it. They'll never expect it. We make moves for the golf courses because that's where they do all their planning and their PDF file stuff. And we hunker down and you know what we do? We're nonviolent too. So we just put divots in all the greens. We just divot all the greens. And then we just yell. Like, what's that jerk who yelled at one of the Georgia golf tournaments and got 86th for life? There's enough of us. I think we could all just go to golf tournaments and scream in their backswings, you know? And we'll all get kicked out, but then we'll go back at night and we'll divot the greens, you know? Fuck them people. Fuck golf. But anyways, I was talking about betting. It's a poison. It's a poison. We are nonviolent. Double at the Ron. We're not like you J6ers, man. We're nonviolent. We just want to fuck up some grass, bro. Oh, are you sensitive about the grass now? Please don't kick the grass. Take your shoes off.
Major legal news. While Americans are struggling at home, a few government insiders are making massive profits by betting on war. They use an online gambling account called Polymarket, and here an account called MAGA My Man placed a bet on exactly
an account called MAGA My Man. We could say MAGA My Man. You know, I don't know how they pronounce it. It's probably the same on Grindr. Anyways, continue. I'm sorry.
When the U.S. would strike Iran. That account turned an $87,000 bet into over $500,000 by placing their wager exactly 71 minutes before the first missile struck. But as bad as that sounds, it actually gets worse. At least 6 other Polymarket accounts profited over $1.2 million by betting that the U.S. would strike Iran on February 28th. These accounts placed their bets within hours or even minutes of the strikes.
I just, if there's any MAGA in here, I want you to tell me that this was all on the up and up. No inside information. Ignore Donald Trump's tweet, great time to buy, about a year ago. This is all just, great gamblers. You hear what's happening. This is corruption in front of your face.
They had little or no prior betting history, which means the timing of this war was the one bet they knew they could win. Yet still, there is more fuckery afoot here. Over $500 million was wagered on various bets related to the Iran war on Polymarket this weekend. And similar bets were made moments before the U.S. struck Venezuela back in January. And there's a common thread between these bets and the people making them that is absolutely chilling. The bets are being placed by new or relatively new accounts. Some accounts place small decoy bets so that they don't look like insiders. Others don't even bother. The bets are made on very specific questions, such as exactly when a U.S. strike will occur, which leads anyone with 2 eyeballs and a brain to conclude government insiders are using your tax dollars to fund wars, which they then gamble on using insider information to make massive profits while bombs fall. It is not a trading opportunity. This is corruption. But I want to know what you think. Is there any shot that these bets were placed?
No, you don't want to know it. I think you already know the answer. Thank you, More Perfect Union. Always doing great reporting. Go follow them and subscribe to them and watch them and read them. Just tell me, MAGA, this is what you voted for. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it, MAGA. This is what Tim Pool. Tim Pool, just tell me. Hey, those inside bets on the exact moment we would strike is what I voted for. I want to hear that. I want to hear you voted for a Logan Paul crypto zoo style government. Give me a fucking break. At what point does Logan Paul get initiated into the PDF file trafficking cabal right? And he, takes a seat next to Secretary Pete Hegseth. Drink heavy and puke on the course. I'm just saying, they would never expect it. When the revolution does come, we head for the golf courses. We head for the golf courses. It's their one weakness. It's the one thing they won't be able to tolerate. They don't care. They're all cheaters and liars and thieves. But the only thing they hold sacred is golf. The only thing they hold sacred is golf. Where's George Carlin? I need some Carlin on golf. I love that bit. Carlin and golf. Where is Carlin on golf? Here we go.
Seems to me like we're a couple of weeks overdue to drop high explosives on helpless civilians. People who have no argument.
Oh, how eerie is this? What is this from? He don't look that old. What is this from? Jamming in New York. I had this on VHS. It was his first HBO show done live in his hometown, New York City. Yup, 1992. Oh, man. This one brings back such memories. Jamming in New York, 1992. Mr. Carlin, rest in peace. He's one of our prophets, a soothsayer, saw all of this coming, tried to warn us, and you morons, MAGA, wouldn't listen.
With us whatsoever. I think we ought to be out there doing what we do best, gang, making big holes in other people's countries. I hate to be repetitious, but God, we are a warlike lot, you know?
Oh, this is from 1992. Trump even cheats at golf. I seen that video of virtual reality for me. You see where his roadie or whatever they call him toss the ball out for him. They learned from Pelosi. Yeah, of course they did. Of course they learned from Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. You know, look up what Chuck Schumer's daughters do for work. They work for Amazon and some other monarch oligarchy. Oh my God, it should all be illegal. That's why I say this whole system, for people who are like, you're just mad at Trump, he could solve cancer and you'd be mad at him. Well, first of all, he took all the funding from cancer, specifically children's cancer. But no, Cuba has a vaccine for cancer. I wonder why they're struggling or trying to suffocate Cuba. But it's not just Trump. It's just we specifically hate those that are PDF files here. So specifically, if you don't draw the line in the sand for all of the allegations against Donald Trump, which he is withholding illegally because he's, you know, a criminal dictator, then you and I are different people. Let's just say that. If you can read the Epstein files and be like, yeah, I'm good. We are not. We are not the same. But he's also taken this establishment, this blue and red one uniparty, and really profiteered off it. He's turned the whole system into his obedient servant, and you're either an obedient servant or you're saying, "Fuck this noise." Anyways, Carlin, hold on. Let's get to the golf part. Where's the golf part? Can I want to see a? Do they have the transcript? Thank you. That's what I wanted. Because we know about war, Carlin. Here we go. He's very much like Tupac. 1992. What was Tupac releasing in 92? Because at the same time, Tupac and George Carlin were talking about there's no war on homelessness. Here. They got a war on drugs so the police can bother me. Here we go.
It's the only metaphor we have in our public discourse for solving a problem. It's called declaring a war. We've got a war on poverty, the war on crime, war on litter, the war on cancer, the war on drugs. But you ever notice there's no war on homelessness, is there? Nah, no war
Thank
on
you,
homelessness.
Riley.
You know why? There's no money in that problem. There's no money in that problem. Nobody stands. It's true. Nobody stands to get rich off of that problem. You can find a solution to homelessness where the corporate swine and the politicians could steal a couple of $1 million each. You see the streets of America begin to clear up pretty goddamn quick. I'll guarantee you that.
This is the other thing that just hit me. Like listening to this bit from Carlin again, it's so crazy because I'm guessing if you're in a real red household, like a true blue MAGA, I don't even read the Epstein files, that's old news, you're weak and pathetic if you do that. Like, they must despise Carlin. They must hate when he talks about that, you know, because this is everything they have to worship. They have to worship war. They have to worship their dear leader. So when they hear Carlin, they must just, I don't know, they must leave the room. They must need a safe space, dare I say. Hold on, let me skip. Because I just want to point that out, that at the same time, in the early 90s, Carlin and Tupac were both attacking this narrative. And that was the early 90s. That's so depressing. But revolutionary optimism. We're on the precipice of a American collapse. Here we go.
About homelessness, first thing, change the name of it. Change the name of the condition. It's not homelessness, it's houselessness.
Thank you. It is. It's houselessness. And they've criminalized houselessness in certain locales.
It's houses these people need. A home is...
That is a debtor's prison if I've ever heard of one. If there's any homeless people in jail, that's just a debtor's prison. They're only in jail because they could not afford a place to fucking go. Who supports this? Show yourself in the comments. Who supports this? Who supports saying, oh, yes, you are a criminal if you're not wealthy enough to have a place to go? Do you hear how sick that is? That's a disease in your brain. You have the fucking, I don't know what you'd call it, some kind of mind virus. We got to think of what kind of mind virus. But it's some kind of pathetic, myopic mind virus that you have, that I have a place to go. It shall never happen to me.
It's an abstract idea. A home is a setting. It's a state of mind. These people need houses, physical, tangible structures. But where are you going to put them? Where are you going to build them? Nobody wants you to build low-cost housing near their house. People don't want it near them. We got something in this country, you've heard of it, it's called NIMBY, N-I-M-B-Y. Not in my backyard. People don't want any kind of social help located anywhere near them. You try to open up a halfway house, try to open up a rehab center for drugs or alcohol, try to build a little home for some retarded people who want to work their way into the community. People say, not in my backyard. People don't want anything near them, especially if it might help somebody else.
Oh, now you see where I get my political theory from. I was raised on Carlin. That's not a joke. I'm pretty sure this was one of the VHSs my family had that I would watch again and again. This was, if you've never seen Jammin' in New York, 1992, go find it. If Amazon will allow you to stream it. Because this is one of the gems. Now, it'll probably be on HBO. But isn't HBO just owned by Paramount now? I don't know. It's owned by one of the billionaires. Hopefully this is what they're going to outlaw first. They're going to outlaw George Carlin. Just watch. But this is where I get my whole political theory from. It's just this simple. It's exactly what fucking Carlin says. It's not complex. Americans are very simple. Like that dude Marcus we were talking with earlier, where he was like, I live on $750 a month. Fuck everybody else. And it's like, so you can read an article. You can talk to people that are struggling, working 2-3 jobs, can't afford rent, need roommates. You can read about how Americans are 1 to 2 paychecks away from homelessness. 60% living paycheck to paycheck, and just go, not happening to me. That's remarkable. You have zero fucking empathy. Elon Musk would be so proud of you for turning your back on your own class. Elon Musk won't, and he's never going to help you if anything happens to you, but it's just really, really remarkable that these people can do that. Hold on. Where were we? Was I oh, here we go. Here it is. All right. Carlin, Jammin' in New York, 1992. This is your political education for the day. You can check it off your to-do list. This is all you need. This is it. This will teach you everything.
Just a place for low-cost housing. I have solved this problem. I know where we can build housing for the homeless. Golf courses. Perfect.
Yo, you hear that lady at the front go, yeah! That was me at home. I was like, yeah! And I didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about. When I was watching this, I was a ute. But it stayed with me. Golf courses.
Golf courses. Just what we need. Plenty of good land in nice neighborhoods. Land that is currently being wasted on a meaningless, mindless activity engaged in primarily by white, well-to-do male businessmen who use the game to get together to make deals to carve this country up a little finer among themselves.
What did I say? When the revolution comes, the one place they're not expecting is we go to the golf courses. We go directly to the golf courses. I'm calling it. We put little divots in the ground. We stomp. We walk really hard. We don't have those cleats. We make it all bumpy for them. Ooh, they will be livid. Where else are they going to talk about cheating on their wives with, I don't know how to say it on YouTube, but the people featured in the Epstein file, or as the president said, his cutoff age was 12, which he's a liar, because at first he said no cutoff age on the Howard Stern show. You can find that audio. I've played it for you. The president at 60 years old said, I don't have a cutoff age. No, wait, 12 years old. He was 60, by the way. That's the guy that you support if you support him. I say, fuck, no. But anyways, Carlin's calling it, and this is from 92, man. Way before my time.
I am getting tired. Really tired.
Listen to that crowd in 92. God bless these people. Where are these people? 92, what do they have to be? 20 to 30? So what are we talking about? 30 years? They got to be 60? Oh, God, they can't be Trump supporters now. Did you lose your soul along the way? What happened to you, George Carlin crowd? Where are you? I know that some of you out there are still Carlin fans. I believe in helping the helpless. I don't believe in helping the clueless. I like that theory. Homeless people outside. What?
I am getting tired of these golfing cocksuckers in their green pants and their yellow pants and their orange pants and their precious little hats and their cute little golf carts. It is time to reclaim the golf courses from the wealthy and turn them over to the homeless. Golf is an arrogant, elitist game, and it takes up entirely too much fucking room in this country. Too much fucking room in this country.
That's a man who stands for the working class and everybody in the working class, which is houseless people, Because, you know, a lot of Americans that are houseless are still working. People living in their cars. We have a thing called van life. Oh, God, George Carlin would be so disappointed that they tried to make houselessness a viral style. What is Shy Pixie saying? Burns out on the back and oh, I'm missing. You saw Carlin in 85. Come on, little D. Nuh-uh. That's amazing. That is, wow. You must have stories. God, that's so cool. It is illegal to be homeless now. Oh, you didn't see Donald Trump's order? Trump's crackdown on homelessness. What does it mean for California? President Trump's new law and order approach to homelessness bears several striking resemblance to Gavin Newsom's. Trump wants city to enforce laws that make it illegal for homeless people to sleep outside. So does Newsom. They're all in this class war together. All these political elites, the Epstein class. That's why Gavin Newsom doesn't want a wealth tax. It's funny, but you could just read. I know Donald Trump throws a lot at the walls, but when you're like, yeah, it's illegal to be homeless now, it is in a ton of places. It's not called illegal to be homeless. I know you probably have a tiny little peanut brain, so let me teach you. Loitering, the way they make benches, the way they fucking enforce these laws, or no tent cities or things like that, that's making it illegal if you can't afford a place to rent. I know, it's a little tricky, isn't it? It's so tricky the way they write the laws in not layman speak, so it doesn't say illegal to be homeless. No, they just say we're going to enforce cleaning up the streets, and what they're telling you is anybody who can't afford a home, you're fucked. We'll put you in jail. You understand how that works? Is that clear enough for you? God damn. There's so many stupid Americans. I just wish we could fucking invest in education. I wish the $1 billion a day that we're using to hurt innocent people in the Middle East right now, I just wish we could use that kind of money. Imagine if they were like, we're investing $1 billion a day on a new education system where we teach people to critically think and not be such morons, you know? But they don't want that because then you would rise the fuck up.
It is an arrogant game on its very design alone. Just the design of the game speaks of arrogance. Think of how big a golf course is. The ball is that fucking big. What do these pin-headed pricks need with all that land?
God bless Carlin. All right, that's it. I just had to do that because I don't know why we got into that, but God bless Carlin. We miss you, man. That's the king right there. Hold on. I want to see what
frick are you saying right now, man? Death and destruction from the sky all along. I'm telling you, these people are genocidal fanatics, and no, this did not begin with the Trump administration. They want to do the Iran what previous U.S. administrations did to Vietnam, Laos, Korea, Iraq, Libya. The evil is 100% bipartisan. Yes.
Sorry, just checking in with Hassan. College kids can't critically think here in the U.S. I don't know about that. But I would say college is where you start to learn how to critically think, you know? And the smarter ones learn it before that. But why do you think, you know, that's the other fascinating thing. When you just think about the Trump regime over the past 10 years, when they went against Harvard, they had like a whole list of schools, right? They had a whole list of schools that were going to defund and go after and make them submissive to whatever the regime's orders were. And the funny thing was, is if you know anybody about who's in Trump's regime, most of them went to Harvard, a Harvard law school, a postgraduate degree, whatever. Like he's surrounded by Harvard alums. Okay, so it's funny when he attacks Harvard as this like woke learning education place. But if that's the truth, then he's surrounded by woke, highly educated people. And you can look this up. I'm not going to fucking do it for you. I've done this, and this happened a long time ago. But when he was going after colleges, why do you think he was trying to convince his base to hate these fucking higher education places? Number one, because their base is severely insecure. So anything that doesn't benefit them or they haven't personally lived through, it threatens them. You know, that's why they're scared of trans folks, gay folks, people of color, anybody who doesn't think like them. You know, every other is a threat to their existence because they're just small. They run off of, what was the study? Tia knows. There was a study that they just basically run off this survival mode in their brain, and that's not even a fucking joke. I mean, this is how serious it is. There's like serious fucking educated people doing studies on the brain of MAGA because they're like, how the fuck are they this dumb? It turns out they're just like Cro-Magnon man. They're just like, ooh, scary, run away, hide in cave, you know? Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't fucking believe like this is what the fuck's going on. Anyways, so critically thinking, you know, really accentuates or exacerbates in college or whatever the word is. Sorry, my brain's hurting me. I've been up for so long. And it's just crazy to me that like in America, I can't be like, hey, we should all just seize Elon Musk's assets and all have healthcare. And people are like, oh, what a liberal or whatever stupid shit they're saying. Like, I can't believe that, like, and I'm talking about the people who I want to have healthcare for. And these fucking people are like, never, you'll never give me tax-paid healthcare. I just can't believe that, like, there's a fucking country where you're like, man, I want you to be paid, have guaranteed vacations, have guaranteed sick time. I want you to work 3 days a week. I want you to never have to call an Uber instead of ambulance. I don't want you to have to crowdfund your medical treatment. I want you to have billionaire tax paid healthcare. And people are like, what a dumb liberal wants stuff from other people's money. You know, like, first of all, I'm the radical leftist that Donald Trump warned you about. I'm the guy who comes out from under your bed and gives you fucking healthcare. But number two, it's just shocking to me that this isn't even a debate for some people. Some people are so fucking propagandized to self-loathe themselves being part of the working class that they're like, oh, this guy sucks. I'm going back to Tim Pool, who said, my quality of life is going to go up because of war. Like, sometimes I'm shocked that these people have lived fucking past 21, you know? Like, sometimes I'm like, I thought we got rid of all these fuckers with the Tide Pool fucking trend. The Tide Pod. What is it called? Tide Pod. Remember when the kids were eating Tide Pods? I'm like, whoever was left after that, whoever didn't poison themselves, became MAGA. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm not reading the comments. Egads, these sociopaths just breed more sociopaths like Mandy. Oh, well, here's the other thing. Don't expect all of these people to be real people. You know, this is the internet after all. They come in here and they say whatever they please because, you know, it makes them feel safe at night. That's the funniest thing about MAGA. They claim to be the most rugged, individualistic people, but if you threaten them with free healthcare, they shatter. The idea that colleges indoctrinate students is based on the fact that college-educated people don't vote conservative. That's because they learn critical thinking and empathy. That is well summed up, Steffelson. Thank you. That was what I was trying to make as a point, but thank you so much. I love this community. You guys are amazing. Because sometimes you can accentuate my points that, you know, I just get my ADD kicks in. Hey, my kid did not eat Tide Pods. Do you guys remember that trend? Do you guys remember that? Or am I just like ADDing out on something? Oh, man. Colleges often make people lean more left because they learn things about the world. Well, there's a funny meme that's going around out there with some conservatives like, why are all the teachers leftists? Or he didn't say leftists, but he was like, why do they all lean to the left? And someone replied and said, because they learned history. Like, it's so simple. Like, every far-right movement, every conservatism is just a skip, hop, and an Epstein away from fascism. Okay, like there's no like, and the great thing about Donald Trump, there's one good thing. He pulled the mask off the conservatives. They are no longer like conservative with the budget, conservative with the debt, conservative with family values. And remember, Donald Trump cheated on all of his wives, all of them. The what did who called it? Charlie Kelly was who called her the first lady? What was the name? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I forgot. It was so funny. The stripper in chief. What was it? First lady of the night. I don't remember. Somebody remind me. But don't forget, Donald Trump literally cheated on the first lady with a woman named Stormy Daniels. And they were like, he's going to lead the charge for the traditional American family. I'm like, you got to be fucking joking. So Donald Trump pulled the mask off. And it just showed you that they are in a class war. All conservatives and most Democrats are in a class war against you. You know, they want to tell you things that make you feel nice and warm at night, but really they're fucking crazy glue sniffers and, you know, doing wild shit in the Epstein files and then turning around and being like, no, we need conservative family values in this. We need to reel in the budget. They don't care. They're rich. They don't live in your neighborhoods. They'll never shop at your fucking things. They spit on you when they talk about you. They're disgusted by you. That's why the Congress gave themselves cost of living increases in their salary. I still can't get over that. Like the fact that the minimum wage is at $7.25 and Congress is like, we need at $120 something thousand, we need a cost of living increase. And the people weren't like, we're rising up, man. Like, fuck this noise. This is over. You know, like this country is a joke. And the fact that people aren't educated, like somebody was saying, that these colleges, you know, have been turned into the woke. They don't know what it means. It's just woke. Well, it wasn't too woke for all of the people working for Donald Trump. Most of them have gone to Harvard, except for Pam Blondie. She probably, you know, went to some Florida fucking state school, you know, slept her way through her grades. I don't know her story, and I personally don't care. She's a pathetic, lying, wrapped in bacon. Deep fried Tide Pods are the best, wrapped in bacon. Oh, I can smell the Foreman grill at Charlie's apartment right now. I think it might be one of my favorite things when Charlie Kelly's in the chat. Oh, watch It's Always Sunny. I think it's one of my favorite things. There's no cry for us, loser. Do you hear what I'm talking about? Rick, you're a pathetic fucking waste of a human, you know? If you can hear that people are suffering in America, you don't get to say you love America. Just say, I love myself so much and I care about nobody else. Get the fuck out of here. Give me 4 years to teach the children, and the seed I have sown will never be uprooted. What is that from? Oh. So it is Tide Pod cheese, and then the bacon told the cheese on her, dude. Pour the cheese sauce. Hey, listen, if it's Charlie Kelly, you know it's a cheese sauce. It's a fondue. Oh, this should be on an episode of It's Always Sunny. This is so great. The first call girl of the United States. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. The first call girl, Melania, the first call girl of the United States. You know her because she traveled here before they closed the borders, because clearly the borders are closed. Like it's a fucking, you know, closing time song where they just fucking turn the lights out and flip the fucking clothesline. But you know Melania, the first lady, the first call girl of the United States. She got in on a EB-1 visa. If you don't know what that is, that's an Epstein 1 visa. She was Epstein's buddy, numero uno, and that's how she got in. And then she lifelined to her parents, and Donald Trump probably, you know, bought somebody off. Oh, Christ. We got more stuff to get into. I'm not even getting to all the news. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, I didn't get to play Professor Chang. Singapore gives their parliamentary representatives like $2 million a year and gives them life sentences in cases of corruption. Oh, I would just do anything for some justice. Like Rick Scott, aka Slenderman. No one. Oh, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hold on, hold on. I'm curious to know your thoughts about the bell curve as an illustration of human intelligence and where you think the moral bell curve intersects. Um, are you talking about in general or in America? Because I don't think I don't think the bell curve is that big here in America. I'm gonna be very honest. I think it's like a bell. What kind of pyramid? Acute. I think it's like a bell acute pyramid. It's not really so much of a curve as it is like it's like a bell 30-degree triangle, not a pyramid. Sorry, acute triangle. But the thing is so with that, I don't know. I would have to think about that. But really what I think it is it can all be summed up with FAFO. I know that sounds shallow and pedantic, but I really, and thank you for the $5 super chat, no one. But I really think, just in my lived experience, okay, I've lived long enough, I've seen enough shit, where even the most ruthless of people, and I mean like MAGA is the most ruthless, right? They won't stand their ground anywhere. But once FAFO happens, once the people in Arkansas, which I play the audio of, I'm not gonna play the audio, but once these people get burnt, like, and seriously burnt, I don't mean like what's going on now with like Tim Pool being like, oh, this war is gonna bring prosperity to Americans. I'm not talking about that shit. Like if Tim Pool tomorrow, the president, how the president will like go on Twitter or his website or whatever and like go after people, he'll attack people. And if you've seen what was it, 60 Minutes with the judge, where the judge was talking about Donald Trump went on social media, attacked me, and he started getting threats for his life, like all this crazy stuff, right? And that's what Donald Trump does. It's just the same reason why he sues people. But I think like if tomorrow Donald Trump didn't like something Tim Pool said and went after him on social media and Tim Pool just lost his empire and all his Russian money, that's the kind of FAFO I'm talking about. And as soon as that FAFO hits and they're really pressed to like understand that you're not part of their fucking club and they're just using you, then the empathy kicks in, So I think the empathetic bell curve, again, I think they're more of like, is it isosceles triangles? I don't know. The 30-degree, very sharp point. I think here in America, it's so unfortunate that, we don't have like a educated citizenry. We just don't, And that's really what depresses me every day. Because like if instead of, just imagine, instead of fucking, because I guarantee you everybody in this fucking thing could say a part of the Pledge of Allegiance, right? Because they've conditioned you to stand and fucking pledge to a flag, but they don't make you memorize all of the fucking amendments, the Bill of Rights, teach you that FDR wanted an economic Bill of Rights. They don't tell you how to do your taxes, CPR. They give you nothing besides pledge to this fucking flag that you know nothing about. And we'll teach you this generic whitewashed history. And then don't learn that other history. It might make you feel bad. So I truly fucking think that, it's this sharp, there's no curve here. It's very sharp learning thing. What were you calling it? The thoughts about bell curve is an illustration of human intelligence and where you think the moral bell curve intersects. I think it intersects at FAFO. Once they fucked around and found out that big club George Carlin used to talk about, they're not in it, and nobody's coming to save them. And that's why I was talking about the Arkansas farmer, because he voted for Trump. I have the clip where he's like, Donald Trump, I'll play it. Fuck it, I'll play it. Because this really illustrates like, dude, what do you need to what do we need to fucking teach you that Donald Trump doesn't give a fuck? He hasn't talked about these Arkansas farmers since he needed to use them as a pawn. Same with the soldiers, same with the fucking citizens, same with his voters. He moves at his own fucking direction, and he don't give a fuck about his wake. And the reason I say this is because look at anybody who's worked for him. Look at anybody who's worked for him. Anybody who's worked for him and that didn't stay and fall in line with the mission that he's still on, he's turned. He's removed security from people. He's not paid people. He just left Ron DeSantis with $608 million for that alligator Auschwitz Hello, 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 hello. Yellow, yellow. Can you hear me now? You're back. Okay, thank you. Okay. So sorry, Noam, does that answer your question? Kind of. I hope that answered your question. That the intelligent bell curve and the moral bell curve do not intersect except for at one point. And both of those bell curves are, what's an isosceles triangle? I got to lift this up because it's bugging me now. There's one thing that I could not do in school, and it was math. And usually because I was, on drugs or fucking around. But I think it's like a 30. No, not an isosceles. What's the isosceles triangle? 2D shape. It's like what the fuck? It's like a 30 degree. I know 30 degree. It's about a 30 degree triangle. Not an acute. All angles 90 degrees. Obtuse. Look at the 90. Right? No, man. I hate this shit. Math ain't my language. Still. People said I was fine. Oh, here we go. A Roberto Diaz Sierra says, why don't you move out of the country? Well, with a name like Roberto Diaz Sierra, let me tell you why I'm not going to move out of the country. Because you're anti-American. You are anti-American. Because anybody who says fall in line with the government or get the fuck out is not an American. You don't know why this country was fucking founded. You don't know how this country was founded. And you're certainly going to fucking learn how this country was founded. Because when we, the people, have grievances, we are fucking either able to amend it. That's why there's amendments to the Constitution. Or like Abe Lincoln said, old hippie Abe Lincoln in 1861 said, this country is to the people who inhabited it. And when they are sick of the fucking government, they can amend it or use their revolutionary right to overthrow, or I don't know how much I could say. I got to bring the quote up. So just so you know, Roberto Diaz, you better be careful with a name like that around this regime, bro, because they're looking at skin color. And the fucking Supreme Court said they could. Okay, Roberto, you understand what I'm laying down? I'm speaking up for you when you're saying, I just licked the boot. Why don't you lick the boot? The boot tastes good. And if you just fall in line, you'll be safe too. And what I'm telling you, nobody's safe. Nobody's fucking safe. An injury to one is an injury to all. And if you don't understand when one of our rights are violated, all of our rights are violated. And that we, the people, are supposed to be the ones who make this fucking country go forward. You elected a fucking PDF file to run this country. And guess what? That dude works for you. He's paid by your tax money. He is in public service. So I know you want us to fall in line, but fuck you. Why don't you go to China or Russia where they have perpetual presidencies, just a fucking never-ending infinity loop of presidents as Putin and Xi or whatever the fuck his name is. Why don't you go there? Because I think you'd be happier where people aren't allowed to dissent or they're fucking poisoned with frog fucking venom. That's what you're asking for. And I refuse to fucking secede to these fucking inbred losers. Oh God, just mods, anybody who talks about Kamala, just fucking mute them. You fucking idiots. You fucking stupid idiots. All you say when you talk about Kamala is, I'm so insecure as a man that I couldn't vote for a woman of color. That's all I hear. That's all I hear. Because you don't know your ass from your elbow. And it's exhausting to talk to you people. Yes, guess what? Anyone would be better than a fucking kid graper. That's who Donald Trump is. It's in the Epstein files. Anyone. I would vote, we talked about it yesterday, I would vote for a cat president with a dog VP over a dude who did what he did in the Epstein files. You fucking understand me? Anyone. I'm not insecure. Black woman? Great. Is she not in the Epstein files? Good. Do that then. Anyone besides a chomo who you're like, oh, are you sure that would be better than my chomo guy? Are you okay? I'm seriously wondering if some of these people got Dame Bramage. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way. There's no fucking way you're telling me, yeah, the pedo in chief is my guy. That's my man. You gotta be kidding me. Dude, you don't say that in real life, do you? People must want to slap you fucking all day long. Not me, I'm not violent. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But man, there's probably people in your life who probably despise you. Oh God, either that or you're an incel. I can't tell. You can flip a coin. Hold on, Edward, hold on. You could flip a coin. You could literally flip a coin or make better decisions than Donald Trump does. He doesn't know his ass from his elbow. He is the PR guy for America. That's it. Besides, like, you know, raping children and all that stuff. But he's literally just he's the hype man. He's like, everything's great. Hey, listen. Listen, hold on. Let me play some audio of this guy telling you that, hey, listen, I know you guys loved your dollar gas, right? Everybody loves dollar gas that doesn't fucking exist. But now he's saying, hey, listen, I had to do a little war. You're gonna pay a little more for your gas. Get ready for $12 a gallon gas, folks.
I'll tell you what, I have never had more compliments on something I did.
Never had it. Do you hear this fucking dude? That's not even real life. I've never had more compliments on this war ever. I know that FIFA Peace Prize, those people are a little upset, but never more compliments. Do you hear what he says? Or do people just, is it droning? Is it the fucking Peanuts teacher? Wah, 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 wah. Like, are you fucking people using your brains?
People felt it's something that had to be done. So if we have a little high oil prices for a little while,
Oh, if we have a little high oil prices for a little while, you know what that means. Get ready for fucking $12 a gallon gas all summer. You know, I'm betting that he's going. Yo, this is my prediction. Gas goes up to $10 a gallon, right? And it stays that way until 2028. And Donald Trump, or the cyborg Jeff Epstein's soul that's in him, whatever it is, you know, Elon Musk puts his Neuralink chip and they're like, we can keep him alive. He's the $6 billion man. And Donald Trump runs on lowering gas prices again. And MAGA's like, yeah. And Donald Trump, because they're all like goldfish, you know, they got a fucking 4-second brain span or memory. They're all like, yeah, it was Joe Biden who did this. And they're gonna make America great again. These people are so fucking dumb. They're so dumb. Seriously, MAGA, I hope people help you Velcro your shoes in the morning, because goddamn, I've never met a stupider crowd than you. Don't worry, as soon as you FAFO, as soon as the oil prices start hitting your F-350 pickup truck while you drive to your fucking, you know, desk job because you don't need a truck, you're just making a statement to own the libs and the environment, even though at the same time you pride yourself on going camping. I'll never get these MAGA folks. They're like, oh, who wants to save the environment? I eat gas every morning, you know? And then you're like, oh, what do you do for vacation? They're like, I love camping. Oh, you mean you like the environment? These people are walking fucking ironic jokes. Oh my God. Fucking, I don't even know I could do this. This is fucking, what about the Venezuelan oil? Oh man, they probably sold that. I forgot. I forgot. We have a president of Venezuela too. All hail the Venezuelan president. My shoes aren't Velcro, they're slide-ons. There we go, Ash Young. That's how you do it anyways. You tie them once, that's it. The fact you're hold on, Dolph Lundgren. That's a real person on here. The fact we're living in your head rent-free, you've already lost. Well said, MAGA. I'd expect nothing less. God damn. Even the bots are dumb. Guys, retool the algorithm so they start making sense, please. Please, Putin. When you're not sending the best, Putin, okay? When you're sending your bots, please retool the algorithm. 267 here. Look at that. Dirt, we'll mark it on this day. I can't wait till it's 10:58 and you're going, oh man, it's hard to get to work now. Don't worry. I'm fighting for you to have a 3-day work week. I know. Live in your head rent-free. It's so funny. These people think, hold on, $4 for premium gas here in Philly. Yeah, we're at $3 here in Boston. It's just ridiculous that these people brag about that, because it's like, bro, just wait. You think a war in the Middle East is not going to affect gas prices? Okay. Ookie dookie. These people are fucking so dumb. I can't get over it. Sometimes I'm like, that's gonna be the fucking, that's gonna be the straw that broke my back. Like, these people are so stupid. It's like, you just can't. You just can't. They're like, I just do whatever he says. And he's telling you, he's saying, listen, he's like, listen, gas is going up, dirt. You better start hoarding that gas, because your chicken supreme leader just told you.
If we have a little high oil prices for a little while, but as soon as this ends, those prices are going to drop.
As soon as this ends, don't worry, in about 10 to 12 years, when this war is over. I thought they were calling for Armageddon anyways. I just want them to tell us what is so bad about woke culture versus Trump. There's no argument there that doesn't include bigotry, racism. Well, first off, you have to understand that they don't know what woke culture is. They don't. The mainstream media, Joe Rogan, and the political sphere has made woke a toxic word. So it's a catch-all. And I'm not kidding. When I say this, during Trump's first fucking run, there was a guy who came on the news and was like, what they're doing is they're turning words toxic. So they turn DEI toxic. It has no meaning. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant what the meaning is. You just look at shit and say DEI. That's why on the web, they were using DEI as like a slur. Someone called Bill Burr, the famous comedian, his wife is black. Nia, amazing humans, right? Except for the Saudi oil money, blood money thing that they did. But anyways, I love Nia, love Bill. And somebody went online and said, Bill has a DEI wife. So Republicans and MAGAs do that because they just want to turn words toxic. They understand their base isn't going to fucking read a dictionary or look anything up. They're just going to trust that DEI, woke, means bad. And that was the plan. That was with intent. They didn't want them to understand that being woke means you understand the structure, the fucking system is rigged against you, that there's a class war, that it's meant to oppress and exploit you. It's meant to keep you working long hours so you're not fucking willing to go protest, to stand up against this shit. You're not willing to educate yourself to understand how the system works. And that's the whole fucking thing of being woke, is you understand the fucking system. And the opposite of that is asleep. So what are they, proud to be asleep? This is what I mean. On their face, they can't even understand it. They just know this is the new trigger word. It makes the libs mad, and we're going to use it. It's a catch-all for everything. You know, I used to have a meme that it was like a children's book. Everything is woke, book for dickheads, because that's all it is. They'll turn another word into a toxic catch-all that just means everything that scares me. Because that's all I hear. When somebody says that's woke, what I hear is, oh, they're terrified of it. So they can't explain what woke culture is. They think woke culture is septum piercings, blue hair, and how people look, you know, because they operate very simply. They operate like a child would fucking observe a clown and be like, that is scary. Look at how he's dressed up. And why is he deep in the woods at midnight? And why is that child there? What is this, the Epstein files? Fuck, I'm going off. I'm going too far down the rabbit hole. But do you understand what I mean? Like, they don't fucking know what it means. And then the funny thing, the funniest part about them not knowing what woke is they spent fucking years yelling about a deep state. Which, if you're yelling about a cabal of politicians that are using people to get their way and enrich themselves in a structured system that only benefits them, that's woke. This is why, like, I don't know how much you have to spell it out for them, but like, they were woke when it was Joe Biden. And then they immediately went back to, okay, we can finally be subservient slobs to this fucking glutton for hedonism. Penny, thank you for supporting your local farmer. What is Penny doing? I'm missing it. Money will not get you into heaven. No, try telling Trump that. Try telling Epstein that. Oh, wait, he's looking up at us right now. Fuck you. Uh, I'm a disabled white woman who benefits from DEI before that word existed, 100%. But I mean, again, that word was taken from black culture, and it has a history in America that is deeper than people understand. This isn't some new age shit. This is real historical truths that people, gave their lives to sacrifice so other people would see how rigged the system is. When you look at like the Disabilities Act and shit like that, it's like people were really putting themselves out there to move this country forward in a way where the system rigged against it didn't want to budge. They wanted to hold the line for status quo, which is poisonous. So it's just, MAGA's not going to explain anything. I think that's what I'm getting at. They're waiting for Donald Trump to tell them, hey, gas at $10 a gallon is good, and they're just going to come on, and Tim Pool's going to be like, this is American prosperity. Tim Pool, the right-wing grifter who said, I got duped by Russia. I took hundreds of thousands of dollars by Russia, and I'm the victim. If you get your news from him, fucking, you're better at fucking banging your head against the wall while listening to fucking Metallica. Like that would be healthier. And then you just walk away and just imagine what you think the news is, because Tim Pool is an absolute garbage bin of a human. But he's going to be, once it's $10 a gallon, he's just going to come out and be like, this is American prosperity. We can afford to pay $10 a gallon, while the economy is already in a recession and just gets worse and worse. And people will just accept it. People will just accept it. Blue pill or the red pill? Listen, you can learn to self-sustain, but here's the thing, Ash Young, that you really need to understand. There's a large community of people that need to be dependent on tax dollars. That's the whole fucking reason we pay taxes, is for our communities. It's not just so the police can oppress us or the fire can put your fire out. There are old people, there are disabled people, there are young kids. These people need healthcare. They're not gonna grow a fucking garden and be like, oh, the cancer healed itself. It's just, this is what I mean. It's like, you gotta get out of your fucking realm of short-sightedness. Like, hey man, if everyone can just self-sustain, we'll be good. Yeah, that's great. If there's a doctor in your neighborhood and he's willing to see you for free if something goes wrong, excellent. But there's a real systemic issue that we need to address. And I hope you see that. Because listen, I can grow a garden, which I do, but it doesn't fucking take care of the fact that you can't fucking, milk your own cows and fucking give yourself antibiotics or, it's just so much shit where Americans are like, no. Our taxes just go to the police oppressing us, and occasionally the fire department, not the fucking medical departments, not the ambulance, none of that shit. And you've just become accepting of that because that's what you grew up knowing. That's what the propaganda tells you. That's what the politicians tell you. And what I'm here to say is fucking break the glass. Break the glass. See through that fucking thing, man. Because that's great. Grow a garden, share the food with everybody. You also need water. What are you going to dig a well? I'm pretty sure if you did, Nestle would come and buy the fucking land next to you and sap it all. Like, I drink your milkshake, there will be blood. Well, my kids are going to inherit what I have, and I'm willing to give people to in need. I do milk cows. That's awesome that you milk cows. Cows scare the hell out of me. You know how big a cow is? Fuck them. They're ugly. Ugh. Anyways, but do you understand the point I'm making? Turned 18 today. Saw how much everything is these days. I might honestly be cooked. I am noodle. You're not, man. Keep the revolutionary optimism. I have faith in the youth. The youth is so much... There's so much amazing spark and fire from the youth. Please don't feel cooked. You're going to feel cooked. You're going to feel 40 at 19, okay? But there's a way out of this. Keep the revolutionary optimism. People like me are fighting every day. We're speaking out every day. Everyone I interact with, I ask them, how are you doing? And they're like, I'm exhausted working this fucking job. And you're like, you need to change. Can I introduce you to some socialist revolution material? It's important that we keep talking about it because what the work of this regime is doing right now, I want you to understand, they're dismantling all of the fucking propaganda they've positioned upon the American public. That's what they're really doing. They ran on no wars. I get a FIFA Peace Prize. I steal some lady's Nobel Peace Prize, and then they start a war. And you see all the people that turn and go, "This is great," and then you see the people start to question it. That's the cult fracturing. And enough of that happening, which, you know, remember, MAGA had bumper stickers that said, "Protect your kids and kill local pedophile." And people, you know, are fracturing from that. And once enough of it fractures, when institutions fail, we don't reform them, we don't build back better, we replace it. And we'll replace it with something that benefits everybody. What's up, Sid Life? Good to see you. All right, guys, I have to go. Peace. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you, guys. And thank you, no one. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to the members like Sid Life and everybody. Good to see you, Sid. I'm sorry I didn't salty. To everybody, I appreciate you, because listen, I know some people come in here and be like, "Oh, he's a grifter." No billionaire's paying me to say you should be exiled and we should seize your assets. It's not a profitable take, but you know what? I don't do it for the likes. I do it for love. I do it for the people. This is a class war, okay?